Hello there and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate. So here we are in Remez's tower and he has challenged us to find him at the top and fight with him. So let's do that. Let's climb the stairs. Immediately we are under attack by some mustard jellies, which we are... well, it's not very good because one of them is attacking Imwan. So let's go downstairs, see if we can find a better way to deal with this.
Gold plate and packing steel.
Okay. It's still not very good. Let me see if I can go upstairs with everyone except Minsk.
Less talk, more fight.
Yeah, okay. Now he's alone in here. I guess he can deal with one of them on his own. And the others can join him when he's done with that one. Okay. That mustard jelly is dead, so let's go downstairs.
My blade will cut you down. I know nothing more, so leave me to go.
What is your bidding?
Let's go
It's probably best left to
hit him.
Can I help you? Is that all?
Okay.
Hey, not a concern.
Good on you if you save the day.
Life is adventure or nothing.
Let's make sure everybody is topped off on arrows and ammunition. Okay. Okay. Now, yeah, let's go to the next area.
Yeah, I'll see to it.
Cool one, son.
Give me some.
I think what I'll do is I'll let Minsk enter on his own,
You point.
Yes,
I
wherever
punch.
fate
and I'll
takes
let
me.
the others wait down here on the lower level, and maybe bring
Less talk,
whatever
gold
monsters
plate
will attack
and
me now
packing steel.
back down here. Yeah, so that's a lot of ghasts,
Butt kicking for goodness.
and I'll let them surround me down here, and from here we can kill them with our arrows and
My
spells.
blade will cut you down to size.
Uh-oh.
You
That's
run
bad.
it?
That kind?
Huh,
Give me some direction.
okay. I'll cast a web spell over here.
Can I help
Back home? You're a queer fellow.
Life is adventure.
My blade will cut you down to size.
you? What do you need?
Yes.
Okay, well, that worked. Although Minsk has been held and has almost died, but he managed to survive. I've summoned the skeleton and cast some spells, and it seems like he has managed to survive after all.
Can I? Is that all?
Let me see if I can heal him.
I am so smart. SMRT. I mean, SMART.
Okay.
Wherever fate takes me.
Pull me one, squeaky wheel, get
I wish
stuck
my
in.
as well as I can.
Let me heal everyone with my siren. Or nymph or whatnot.
If it must be
Actually, I've just realized that we could have just summoned the nymph for Remezith, but I guess he wouldn't have liked that either. He's not one to go
What you
for
want?
summoned
I've done
creatures,
had
I
enough of
guess.
this.
It's probably best left to me.
Let me put away these items and heal Minsk a few more times. It takes a while for Seville to cast spells now because he's slowed.
Not a concern.
Alright, let's head upstairs. No, not downstairs, upstairs.
I'll see to it.
Okay,
It's done.
now let's do this again. Let's have everyone stay here,
Squeaky wheel gets the kick.
except Minsk, who will
There'll be
head
safety in
upstairs.
numbers, and I am towards full plate and packing steel.
Okay, bunch of hobgoblins.
Full plate and packing. Squeaky wheel gets the kick.
Alright. Let's put away these items.
Direction. I'll see to it. Forward march. Go for the eyes, fool. Go for the eyes. Rusk! It's done.
Oh, and Imoen has leveled up, so let's do that. Let's increase her level. She has gained a proficiency slot, as well as some thieving skills, some hit points, and lore. Alright, so let's see, what should I put this proficiency slot into? Sling, no. She already has one in short bow, so that's her main weapon. And I guess we can put a point to let's go with single weapon style. That should help her in case we need to switch over to her sword. Otherwise, let's check what skills we have and what we need to increase here. I guess the most useful here would be hide in shadows, so let me put some points in there. Okay, now let's increase the difficulty back to core,
I'm waiting.
and
It's done.
we'll let Minsk again
Make way.
go
Butt
upstairs
kicking
by
for
himself. And there are a bunch of kobold commandos here. Alright. We'll try to take them down only by himself,
goodness. Squeaky wheel gets the kick.
alone with Minsk. Okay. Let's pick up those fire arrows. Now let's give these to Imoen for identification. Okay. Alright.
I hope this is worth it.
Let's head upstairs once again.
It's done.
And now we are at the top, along with Remezith, who we are going to have to kill. And that was easy enough.
This is worth it.
Yep.
I guess I'll let Imoen pick up the magic items in case she can identify them without much trouble, or without an identification spell. Amulet of Metaspell Influence, the Amplifier. Known for its ability to enhance spellcasting, the Amulet of Metaspell Influence is highly sought after by magical practitioners. It was created by Elayrdrin Melwith, who resided in the Star Mountains. His reasons for fabricating such an item stemmed from his womanizing habits, and to this extent the amplifier served his purpose well. It was later taken from him by a mage with more destructive intent, but records detailing the change of hands vary wildly. Okay, so it helps you memorize 1 extra second level wizard spell. Let's give it to Quail already has one. Okay, let's give it to Dynahair then. And we can memorize 1 extra spell. So let's memorize Melf's Acid Arrow. Alright, and what else should we do? We should give these back to Savile. He has all the items that we need to identify. And let's see. We should take a look in there as well. There's a bunch of scrolls there, which are probably protection scrolls, so we'll put them in our scroll case. A wand and a potion. Let's put these away. I'll keep the wand here. The potion can go to Minsk. And let's check what's in the rest of these containers here, or these bookshelves. A magical tome. Let's pick that up. History of the Western Heartlands, we've read that before. History of the North 7. A bunch of scrolls that I'm going to go ahead and put away in my scroll case. History of Shadowdale. History of the Dead 3. History of the Chosen of Mystra. History of the Unicorn Run. We are looking for that one. And History of the Fateful Coin. I'm also going to take the Chosen of Mystra. So we have found 2 books that we haven't read before and which look interesting, so let's check the History of the Unicorn Run. Bards and sages passed down the tale that the headwaters of the Unicorn Run are in truth the fount of life and cradle of fecundity. Each natural race is said to have emerged from the womb of Shantia onto Toriel at the river's source, and then traveled down the Unicorn Run to the outside world. Some say that the daughter of Shantia resides at the river's source to usher the newborns into the world, while others claim that Shiala midwives the process. Oh, we've heard of Shiala before. She's the mistress of, or the goddess of mysticism. And also we have heard of Shantia. She's the goddess of life. And the, I guess she's the main goddess in the pantheon of Faerun. Or at least the one who has the most followers. Regardless of the truth, the elves, Koreds and halflings all agree that the Unicorn Run is sacred to life and a site of incredible purity. As a result, all 3 races have strong taboos about extended trips up the run, for if the river is to be ever fouled, then no new races will ever be born on Toril again. Okay. We'll go ahead and keep that since it's a quest item. History of the Chosen of Mystra. The reasons why Mystra, the goddess of magic, invested a portion of her divine might in mortals is not known. One of the more popular theories, and one that is gaining more support in light of the goddess's other actions during that period, is that Mystra foresaw the time of troubles and her own passing at the hands of Helm. Oh, I didn't know that. Helm actually killed Mystra? That's interesting. And chose to give some of her power to mortals in order to ensure that her successor, the female mage Midnight, as it turned out. Oh, okay, so Mystra is now Midnight. I've actually heard of this before. Would have a number of nearly immortal allies in the struggle against the schemes of the gods. The now dead Bane, Merkel and Baal, who precipitated the time of troubles by stealing the tablets of fate. The theory goes on to suggest that Mystra informed Azuth at approximately the year of the rising flame, 0 DR, more than 1,300 years before the time of troubles, that some of her power must be put into the hands of the mortals, who would then become known as Mystra's Chosen. This power would slip within the bodies of these mortals, allowing Mystra to call on it only with their permission. It would give the Chosen the innate ability to heal quickly and would give them life spans far greater than those of ordinary mortals. Mystra speculated that these mortals might be able to call on her power and thereby gain some special abilities, but that these powers would not rival those of a deity. See powers below. The goddess of all magic then began to select mortals she thought to be suitable. One of the first was the young mage Elminster, and she also singled out a promising wizard named Kalben Arunson. Both have proved to be worthy and capable receptacles of her power, but Mystra's other early attempts to invest her power in living humans were unsuccessful, and she came to realize that only a very few mortals were of stern enough substance to contain such power within themselves without being destroyed or corrupted. Even though some people aside from Elminster and Kalben may have possessed the requisite strength, it is possible that having lived for years prior to being visited by Mystra had set them on a path from which they were not able to deviate. Whatever the reason, the problem needed to be solved. To get around the difficulty, Mystra devised a plan to use herself as a vessel to breed individuals who could be nurtured and acclimated to her power from the very beginning of their lives. Alright, so we have learned a little bit about Elminster's beginnings, or how he came to be, which is only appropriate since Elminster is someone who we meet from time to time, and who was also a friend of Gorion. Well, let's continue on. For the father of these individuals, she picked the best example of human stock she could find. Dornall Silverhand, a nobleman and former harper who lived near Neverwinter. Mystra then possessed the body of Elu Shundar, the half-elven sorceress whom Dornall was already attracted to. Mystra revealed her presence and her plan to Elu, who happily and eagerly agreed to have a goddess share her body. Elu had been reluctant, but under the influence of Mystra, the woman became a seductress, and Dornall found his advances being suddenly returned with great fervor. Dornall and Mystra Elu were wed in the year of drifting stars, 760 DR. The first of 7 daughters, Nostra Silune, was born the following winter. Silune's 6 sisters emerged 1 year intervals thereafter, Endu Elustriel, Ambara Dove, Athena Astorma. She prefers the shorthand Storm these days. Anamanue Laeral, Alasra Shentrandra, known today as the Symbol, and Erese Quilewe. These siblings have become known in Realmsian lore as the Seven Sisters. Also, alright, so these are also very big celebrities in the Forgotten Realms lore. So we have learned about their origins. Dornall, who had been kept in the dark about his wife's true nature through the years, presumably because Mystra didn't want to risk losing his services, was disappointed and nearly distraught by the time his 6th child was born. He had always wanted sons as well as daughters. More importantly, he was seeing his wife deteriorate right before his eyes. The strain of coexisting with the goddess all these years had turned Elue into a withered shell, in a sense a lich, clinging to life only because Mistra's power was within her. When Elue was carrying the seventh child, Dornall consulted a priest who told him his wife has been possessed by an entity of great magical power. To spare both of them any further agony, he attempted to slay his wife's physical form by severing her head from her body. As soon as he had done this, Mistra was forced to reveal herself to him, and she went on to explain her scheme. Just as she had worried would happen, Dornall was aghast at how he and his wife had been used by the goddess. He turned his back on the corpse of his wife, abandoned his lands and his children, and vanished into the north. Mistra bore him no ill will, and in fact protected him for the final 30 years of his life. When Dornall finally did meet his end, and he called out to Mistra, and the goddess granted him continued existence as her servant. Now known as the Watcher, Dornall Silverhand travels the world unseen by mortals on a continuing mission to locate candidates to swell the ranks of the Chosen and to identify possible threats to Mistra and her minions. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop that book, we don't need it. Okay, so we can now move on. We have done everything we can in this tower. That was an interesting little story there about Mistra. I like that. Let's check the time. It's 8 AM. Let me go ahead and summon another nymph, because we have run out of most other healing spells, and we can use this to heal the party to full health. Now, before we move on, I want to go into the tavern here and sleep for a little bit, because actually I'll go to the other area first. I want to go back to the northeastern part of Baldur's Gate, because we have left a couple of things unfinished there. Mainly because there was a Flaming Fist guard who was attacking us, and I didn't want to stay around for that, you know. So one of the things we haven't done here is we haven't talked to this lady here, Brialbara, who looks like a female human mage, and the reason is that it was nighttime and she is only here during the day, so let's go and talk to her.
Wait, I must speak with thee.
Coran, so you've come back to the city, coward. What brought you back? Are you looking for another girl to seduce with your deceitful promises? Perhaps you'd care to know that you have a daughter. I have a daughter? That's wonderful. Surprised that your fling had its consequences? My husband was none too pleased when my daughter turned out to be a half-elf. Iago went into a fury, nearly killed me in fact. If you care to remember, Iago was a mage of some power enough to curse our child to an early death. Little Namara won't live to see her first birthday. He's gloated to me that he possesses the reverse to the spell, but he won't give it to me. Since you are her father, Coran, you're going to find Iago, and you are going to get the reverse of the spell from him. Okay, so that's quite the complication there. Her name's Namara. Curse. What curse? Slow down and let me. Iago has been spending his nights at the Low Lantern. It's just another despicable whorehouse disguised as something classier. Iago has been spending all of his time there since he left me. He's rented out a room somewhere on the ship. Just find his spellbook and bring it to me. I should be able to reverse the curse if I had the formula. Alright, I'll do this for my, daughter. So, friends, are you with me or not? 'Cause if you're not, I'll have to do this alone. We don't have the time for stupid family problems, you're on your own. Sure, we'll help you. When you're finished, come meet me at the Splurging Sturgeon Inn. I'll be there for the next few days. Alright. So, before we do that, let's go in here. We haven't visited this yet. This is the Shrine of Ilmater. And it's appropriately small and dirty and unimpressive. Let's talk to this guy.
Arms for the boy.
He's a beggar. Pardon, thy lordship, but I have not eaten in nigh unto 3 days. Spare a coin. Take this coin and use it well. Thank you. Good fortune smile on ye. Now I think if we talk to him more times,
Ain't nothing of value.
there might be
Please
something else
spare
that he
me.
can do for us.
Arms for the boy.
Or maybe not. Okay.
I'll see.
Maybe later. Maybe later he will have something for us. So yeah, we need to go to the low lantern and then return here to the splurging sturgeon once we have the spellbook of the mage Iago, who is Brialbora's husband. Oh, I'm a little far from here, from the low lantern, so let me go ahead and re-enter this area from the other side.
I'll see to it.
Alright, now we are much closer, so let's head inside. We have already met Iago, by the way. He was the mage at the lowest level of the low lantern. So let's go down there and find him again. This time we should be able to get his spellbook.
I'll see to it.
Come on guys, go in there. You guys are awful. Ah, come on. We cannot go in there because there's that courtesan in the way. Okay. Now it's going to work, I think.
Life is a great peril yields great beauty.
Cool. Squeaky wheel gets the kick.
Alright. Let's go talk to him.
You need something, stranger.
What in the nine hells are the lot of you doing in my room? We are here for the cure to the curse you've placed on Brialbora's daughter. We are here to end your miserable life. We are members of the Flaming Fist and we've been ordered to confiscate all spellbooks in the town. You needn't worry, you'll get yours back in a few days. Sorry for bothering you, we'll be on our way. Yeah, we want that spell that reverses the curse. So the bitch hired some adventurers to get a cure for her precious daughter. She should have sent someone who was up to the task instead of you, Rabble.
Hey, not a concern.
Once again, I guess he's a little too over eager.
I care not.
Or maybe not. He managed to get out of sight. Let me see if I can hold him. Please, let me live. I give up. I'll give you anything you want. Just don't kill me. Yeah, we don't take prisoners. Let's just kill him. He's a terrible guy.
Point. High bunch.
Uh-oh.
Feel my amazing
Let's
brain.
talk
Go on.
cold plate and
This is not good at all.
I while. I'm too smart for this.
I feel so cold.
Uh-oh.
What do you need? Is that all? You run in.
go cool. Squeaky wheel gets the kick.
Oh no. Okay, let's reload. Let's try this again.
Need something, stranger.
We are here to end your miserable life. Assassins, I'm not the one who'll be dying.
Go for
Okay,
the
let's
eyes.
try this again.
Go for the eyes. Rusk!
Give me some direction.
Okay, this time it went better.
You're a queer fellow. I've
Imwan,
done had
you go
enough of
ahead
this.
and unlock that
What you want? This way.
container. There's a bunch of spells in there.
I hope this is worth it.
I guess I'll take those. and put them in our scroll case. And let's get his robe and his spell book. Okay.
Yeah, I'll see to it. I hope this is worth it.
I guess I should sleep and get some identify spells to use here. I guess I'll put a few into Quayle's spellbook as well.
Some direction. I'll see to it. It's done. Cool! Butt kicking for goodness!
What do you need?
It looks like Minsk cannot talk to the guy. Let's go with
What do you
Seville.
need?
I guess we cannot get services from him.
See to it.
Okay, well I guess we'll rest somewhere else then. Before we go back to Brielbara, let's go up to this area. And let's enter from the south, because that's the closest to my destination.
It's done.
Right. Okay, and now let's go in here, because here the lady inside was looking for that history of the unicorn run, and we will be giving it to her.
But one must be flexible in these times.
History of the Unicorn Run. How wonderfully ideal. You wouldn't believe how grateful I am to get my hands on this. Here, a friend of mine gave me this magical scroll, and I have yet to make use of it. Alright, we have received some experience as well as this protection scroll.
I'm there.
So we'll put that away.
I hope this is worth it.
And now we'll go over to this area and go down to the Splurging Sturgeon, where where Brielbara is staying, and we need to go and talk to her. But before I head in there, I will end this episode, and in the next one we'll go ahead and talk to her and see what other services we can find in the Splurging Sturgeon Inn. For now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.